We're at Tokyo Motor Show, and it's a new venue for 2011. And after 2 years ago, when things were a little bit quiet following the economic crisis, do you think it's got its mojo back this year?
Hey, well, look, take a look. If I compare this to 2 years ago, there was nobody here, and there was a sense of depression around the show. I don't think that's true at all now. I mean, you've got a fantastic stand for it. This is the Nissan stand that we're on. I think it's absolutely exhibiting what Nissan stands for. You've got the electric cars here. You've got the relaunch and the rebirth of Nismo. You've got the expression of, I said, the ultimate expression of light commercial vehicles. For the show itself, yes, I think it's got its mojo back. For Nissan, yes, we've got our mojo back. I mean, no doubt about it at all.
You touched on the number of electric vehicles here, and it's not just Nissan. I mean, almost every stand has their own EV or an EV concept. Can you give us a quick update on where Nissan's at with their the Leaf rollout globally, and also what do you think now that the rival automakers are starting to take EVs a bit more seriously, so it's not just kind of a concept car for motor shows?
Right. Well, isn't it great? You know, 3 years ago we said that we were going to launch the first EV, and we just heard people talk that we'd completely lost our minds. I remember one CEO of one particularly big car company said electric cars are for golf carts. The same company now has a concept car of an EV. So, the great news is I think we anticipated the market well. I think we created the market, to be frank. And we've now got 3-year leadership on everybody else in the market. There are basically no other car companies that basically have dedicated EVs. Few have converted gasoline cars, but no one has a portfolio coming of dedicated EVs. Now, talk about Nissan specifically. Obviously, Leaf is doing well. We've sold 20,000, approaching 20,000 cars globally. That means by far we're the #1 EV maker worldwide. We own that position. It's only a matter of time before we've sold more cars than the rest of the industry altogether. So we own the EV space. That's clear. Now we need to continue owning that space. We need to be the go-to guys when people talk about electric cars and, frankly, zero-emission cars. And this show is somewhere about expressing what electric cars can do for us. Now, that we've got the Leaf, we've got the van coming, we've got an Infinity sedan coming, and we've got another kind of city car that's going to be coming. That's an expression of defining that space. Now, beyond that, what else do you need to do to keep leadership? Well, I think the first point is, there are some criticisms of range autonomy or range anxiety. Those can be solved reasonably easy with quick chargers. We're the only car company that would conceive the idea of making a low-cost quick charger and deploying it globally. So we help with that infrastructure deployment. Now beyond that, what else can you do? Well, you can start to think about what latitude electric car gives the designer and the product planner. You no longer need to have a big lump of metal sitting in front of you. You can put the motors into the wheels. You can just start to do all sorts of things with the basic architecture of the car. And Pivo 3 is somewhere an expression of what the technology allows the designer to do to better express the concept. So I think that's the future, probably coupled with things like connectivity, car to house, house to car. That somewhere demonstrates where we want to be. Now, the last element of that story is then the fuel cell. We want to be leaders in zero emission, not just electric car. So it therefore follows that we should also exploit our advantages in battery technology and fuel cell research to also be a leader in that kind of technology.
Okay. And just as a final question, you're standing in front of the new NV350 Caravan, which is going to go on sale, I think, in Japan next year, maybe summertime.
Yeah.
Can you just talk a bit about what your expectations are for the vehicle, given it's entering a pretty tough segment?
It is a tough segment. This is my baby. This is somewhere was the expression of the LCV breakthrough a number of years ago, and the ability to be able to launch a car like this, which will fight competently head-to-head with Hi-Ace. Let's be honest, the competitor is the Hi-Ace. This car beats Hi-Ace in every single way that you could imagine. every single way. There's no excuses here. So, in terms of LCV, you know, Nissan will go through the 1 million cars a year barrier very, very soon. So we're not a niche player in LCV anymore. We're a global player on LCVs. But being able to take on the best in your home market, I would say somewhere is the cherry on the cake. And this car, it'll be sold globally, but it has the capability as a product to beat the title holder, which is the Hi-Ace, in our home market, and that's exactly what this car is going to try and do.